Hi everyone, welcome to World Writing and my workshop for today. It's day 1165 and I'm going to do something different from the ordinary workshops that I sometimes do. So today I'm looking at an invention by a modern poet, John Berryman, and he wrote a very long poem about a lady called Anne Bradstreet. And Anne Bradstreet, who's known as Mistress Bradstreet, was the first of the female poets of the New World to be recognised and indeed to be published. She was born, I think, in 1612. So just kind of Shakespeare was still alive at the time, which is quite amazing when she was born. So this John Berryman has created what he calls a Mistress Bradstreet stanza, which consists of 8 lines and quite a simple rhyme scheme, and a variation in line length from 6 to 12. And it's quite an interesting form, and I quite like it. And I chose as my subject books. So this is about, and maybe this is about not so much books as perhaps why I love to read. I haven't quite settled on a title for it yet. But here it goes, and you might be interested in the form, and if you are, please do get in touch and show me what you come up with, or just to talk about writing poetry. So here we go. My Mistress Bradstreet stanza. So many books that I still hope to read. Between their pages, there I feel secure. Rarely do I falter. Eyes, mind, a written page, that world so pure. Holding the book, our hands, our spines align. I am the book's creature, as much as it is mine, yet can't withstand its lure. Caught, as is a falcon, held, fed, flown, and then freed. And I quite like the image that I found, and there are 2 images really that I think, just to talk to you a little bit about that I think work in the poem. The first is, for me, it's the act of reading has always been something that's significant in terms of the physical contact you make with a book. Sorry, I'm just ruffling a little bit here. So in terms of physical contact you make with a book, so when I haven't yet been converted to a Kindle, as you can tell, although I do read on computers, etc. But there's something I think about holding a book, and then holding a book with your hands, and so in my view, you kind of make a complete circle. And there's something about the spines aligning as well, so the human spine and the spine of the book. So I think that's an image that I like a lot in terms of the physical contact and the presence of a book. And the second image that I like very much is the idea of a book being a bird that is in some way trained to respond to the human hand, and that will be looked after by the human hand, in fact created by the human hand. And then as you would train a falcon, although I have no experience of it, you will feed it and you will nourish it and then you will let it go. So I think that is both the act of writing. When you write and send something out into the world, it goes and has to look after itself. But also when you read a book, your imagination, your world is peopled, you are not alone, and you really are taken into that author's world and you're set free in that writer's world. So that was why I thought, even though it's a very short stanza, as I said, only 8 lines, it seemed to me to allow great potential for creativity, especially in terms of images. So I hope you've enjoyed that little talk about why I read and a little bit about how I try and write. So I'll be back in a few days. Until then, you take good care of yourself and, of course, of each other. Bye-bye for now.